our focus towards some developments coming in from the Middle East. Breaking updates, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has arrived at the scene of the shooting that has taken place in northern Jerusalem. He is currently surveying the area alongside Israeli National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir and MK Zviv Sukkot after two terrorists opened fire on civilians at Ramot Junction, killing 5 people and wounding at least 11. He had also earlier held a meeting with security chiefs after the shooting had taken place. Remember, earlier two attackers had opened fire and were then neutralized by a soldier as well as an armed civilian on the scene. The attack has so far claimed 5 lives, with several others injured, some in fact in serious condition. In fact, we're getting to know that 15 people have been injured, out of which 6 are currently in a serious condition. They have been admitted to hospitals as well, battling for their lives. Police have meanwhile deployed sappers to check the area for explosives and are continuing their investigation on the ground. This particular incident has sparked an outpouring of anger within Israel, especially amongst far-right lawmakers, some of whom are calling for tough measures against Palestinians in particular. Authorities, meanwhile, are focusing on securing the area and assessing the situation as the city is grappling with the aftermath of this particular incident that has taken place and has claimed the lives of 5 people. This has, of course, come in even as confirmations have come in from the medical. Meanwhile, viewers, live visuals on your screens, you can clearly see the site of the bus station where this attack has taken place. You can see security teams are on the spot. They are sweeping the area, collecting evidence, placing them, of course. We do know that there were 2 assailants, of which both have now been neutralized. 5 people have lost their lives and 15 have so far, I beg your pardon, the toll has in fact risen as far as number of injured is concerned. 17 people have been injured, out of which 6 have been grievously injured and are admitted in hospitals. You can clearly see the people on the ground are shaken, but in the meantime, we do know that the security and the administration is sweeping the area, collecting evidence as we speak. We also know that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has arrived at the scene of this shooting as well. He is surveying the area alongside his National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir as well as MK Zviv Sukkot. Earlier, of course, there were multiple rounds that were fired. In fact, we'd gotten to know that the rifles that were being used by the gunmen have been identified as well. The rifles have been identified as a Carlo submachine gun, which is a type of improvised weapon commonly produced in workshops in the West Bank. This is information coming in from Israeli media. We do know that both gunmen have been neutralized, but their exact identities and conditions remain unknown at this point. Local media had earlier reported that the gunmen apparently boarded the bus, then opened fire on the passengers, and that 6 of the victims who have been injured are in a grievous condition as of now, still battling for their lives. With us on the broadcast is Ali Mohammed Abushbak, independent Palestinian researcher, joining us live from Cairo in Egypt. Thank you for taking our time speaking to us on NewsX World. Yet another shooting has taken place in Jerusalem. We do know that this is not the first time something like this has happened, but at the same time we've seen a lot of extremist voices within Israel now coming out and calling for tough measures against Palestinians after this tragedy. What do you make of what has transpired over the last couple of hours?
Thank you, Pia, for having me. I think this is one of the lone wolf attack, which has become a more difficult and complex for the Israeli intelligence service to tracking the attacker and to track if individual people who planning to attack. It's I guess this attack, which that resulted by killing 6 Israelis settlers, it will be a game changer. About maybe it will spark a several of series of lone wolf attack in Jerusalem. Jerusalem, it's one of the active place for the Jewish and sorry, for Israeli and for as well as for Palestinian, and also for traveler who came to see and this old city, which making a chaos in this area. Around 6 civilians Israeli who killed in this attack. Also, the Israeli police killed the attacker, who were two people, two Palestinian, take a car and randomly killing and open the shoot near the Israeli gathering in a bus station in Ramon area. So as well as Pia situation is volatile in West Bank, in Jerusalem, in Gaza. There is an ambush in Jabalia that resulted in killing more than 4 Israeli soldiers in Jabalia refugee camp. Today morning, the Israeli media outlets confirmed there is a several of injured civil Israeli soldiers in Jabalia, as well as 4 confirmed that being killed. Also, Pia, there is a report about the sirens played in Eilat, like what happened yesterday from Houthi, the drone. So the things is the Israelis front it's a completely volatile, and the situation it's unstable in this area. Maybe there is a game changer with regard, as I said, this lone wolf attack maybe will spark a several of series of lone wolf attack. In 2016, Mohammed al-Halabi, a Palestinian young who attacked Israelis in Jerusalem, and they consider him as a spark of the Al-Quds Intifada, or Jerusalem outrage that sparked several of series of this lone wolf attack. Also, last in 2021, a Palestinian gun he attacked Dizengoff Street, one of the active streets in Tel Aviv, and resulted in killing a several of Israeli. Also, that sparked a several of series of attack. So, in my opinion, this attack, there is since the beginning of the war in Gaza, really we have seen lone wolf attack from Palestinian conducted and carried out against the Israeli settler or Israeli soldier. But maybe this is the one stage for exposing the situation in the region. And maybe, as I mentioned, it will be a comprehensive confrontation between not only Palestinian, now Yemen, Houthi Yemeni. He's also a part of the battlefield now after the killing the Prime Minister of Houthi. We have seen yesterday several of Israeli injured in the airport in Eilat, as well as maybe Hezbollah maybe will involve in this part of conflict. Especially there is a pressure on Hezbollah to lie down its weapon.
Weapons, yes.
That will create a chaos in the region. As I mentioned, situation is completely dire. Well, all the Palestinians in Gaza, they are suffering from continuously displacement and Israeli continuous bombardment. So this makes the situation terrible and difficult. Yeah.
All right, sir, I request you to stay on with us. We're tracking more news. We're now learning that Israel's Defense Minister Katz has warned Hamas that the group